On today's Beyond the Stripes here at Princeton University Women's Soccer's Meislich Field, I'm Renee Washington, joined by goal scorer Mimi Assam. Senior, you cracked the top 5 for goals and points. Is this how you imagine your career here at Princeton going?
Wow, it's crazy to think that this has already been the 4th year, and I remember coming in as a freshman, people would always talk about like my career and what I wanted from that, and I don't know, like it's just not something I ever thought about in the long term. I've been taking it season by season, and now it's that I'm coming to the end, that I'm looking back on 4 years or almost 4 years of this, and I'm like, what more can I do to add to my legacy, I guess, at this point? And just doing my best with that, but mostly doing my best to help my team win an Ivy League championship.
Let's start back. Dallas, Texas, where you grew up. You were committing to college and trying to figure out where you wanted to go, and this is not where you first committed.
No, it is not. I was committed to Stanford for maybe a little under a year, my junior year. Women's college soccer was getting crazy because girls are starting to commit at like 14, and I was the last girl on my team to commit my junior year, and I committed to Stanford after having looked at Stanford and Princeton for sophomore and junior years. And then ultimately my senior year just ran it back and decided that I really wanted to give Princeton a shot, and this is back when Princeton didn't allow transfers. So it was something to really consider, that like if I closed that door, I was closing it forever. I could never go there. So it really influenced my decision, and then I ended up here, and I've been so happy ever since.
And last year especially, a great run. That was like the shot heard around the world.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of soccer players and fans and coaches in the area, that really put you guys on the map, because it was a chance to see Princeton women's soccer be the Cinderella team. You knock off UNC, which is like everyone that knows women's soccer, that's a powerhouse team. Talk me to that moment in overtime. You guys get that game-winning goal, you beat UNC, you're moving on to play UCLA.
There's actually like a series of photos from those moments, and I like faint. Like you can see like someone like holding me up because I just could not believe my eyes, and it's like that did not just happen, and just it was an unreal game. Like we sometimes go back and watch the footage, and there are girls like throwing themselves in front of the ball, like people, like someone tripped and running by and like picking them back up, like doing whatever it takes to just like keep fighting for another moment. And UNC was such a great side, and it was just such a moment where everyone was giving their all, and we were fortunate, and it worked out in our favor, and it was truly a Cinderella story, like you said.
Yes. When I was at LaSalle University and playing players like Jen Hoy and Tyler Lucy, and then here you come in and you kind of took them to that next step, you and your classmates. Princeton women's soccer has been great for years, but I feel like since you've been here in these last 4 years, you've really turned the corner.
This program has always been very good. I mean, it's a great school, it attracts great players, and I just feel that in the last couple of years, a lot of things have solidified, and we've just been fortunate, and there are like great players like Jen or like Tyler who have left such like a legacy, and Princeton women's soccer is such an opportunity, and each day that you get to be out here with your 25 best friends just having fun and doing what you love to do is something that should be remembered and not taken for granted, because they're finite. As I'm becoming well aware, the games are finite, the practices are finite. I have 6 more guaranteed games and 5 more guaranteed weeks in my college career, and that's insane. In those moments, you just really learn to appreciate like what an opportunity this is.
So what is the legacy that you want to leave? I mean, you've put so much time and blood, sweat, and tears into this field, into that training field. What's your legacy that you want to leave, that Mimi Assam is here, she left her mark, and Princeton's going to be better because of it?
I hope that my legacy for my underclassmen especially isn't particularly soccer related, but also it's just the idea that it's okay to be different and to like be an individual, as long as you learn to just mold that individual into what's best for the team in some ways. And so we don't all have to be the same soccer player, and it's okay to have your own strengths but be weaker at other things, so long as you're giving it your all and you're just working hard for the people who are around you.